So when I create a new character, and this character, we're just going to call him Risk for right now. Um, I might rename him later, but I had my Risk board game out, so that was the name that came to mind. Anyway, I was gonna, the background's very important. So I told you the backstory in the previous video. The background, I was gonna make him a criminal after his father, but I'm looking at all of these things and they're a little too dark. So I think instead I'm gonna go with Charlatan because that kind of works both ways with his mother's the diplomat and the father who is a street hustler. So, Charlatan, you always have a way with people. Well, half elves are notoriously diplomatic, so that works with the race selection. You know what makes them tick, blah blah blah. You have useful talents. You have deception and sleight of hand proficiency, which is excellent. A disguise and forgery kit, wonderful for a rogue. Fine set of clothes, which he would have got from his mother, probably. So there's some interesting stuff here. Now, when I'm picking up these selections, in our campaign, we're allowed to choose the bond, the flaw, the ideal, the personality trait, and other things instead of just rolling a die. But it's nice, if you want to roll a die and see what happens. But I'm going to really tailor this character. So the very first scam works for me. I cheat at games of chance. That makes sense. And so does number 5. I run sleight of hand cons on street corners. Those are the things that his father would have done. That's what I kind of expect that this young man would do. I'm going to put him at around 19 years old. He's learning. He learned from his father how to do these things. His father gave him that much before his father disappeared. All right, personality trait. I fall in and out of love easily. No, I don't really like that. A joke for every occasion. This could be really fun to play. Really fun to play. Flattery. I really like that one. Born gambler, can't risk taking a. I like that, but these are all very good. I lie to almost. No, I'm not into that one as much. Sarcasm and insults are my weapon of choice. That seems to fit really well because one of the spells that a bard can have is vicious rebuke, I think it's called, or vicious something like that. So it makes sense that he would use words to cause psychic damage. So I think I'm going to pick that as the personality trait. Sarcasm and insults are my weapon of choice. His ideal, free spirit, yeah, I like the chaotic thing. But he's a con man, so I'm going to go with this chaotic one. I never run the same con twice because that's going to keep it fresh for me as a player as well, because now I'm going to have to come up with different scams and cons as I go along, and that's going to challenge me as a player. So I'm going to pick that one. Bond. I fleeced the wrong person? Maybe. Or everyone to my mentor? No, I don't like that one. Somewhere out there's a child? No, he's too young. Come from a noble family and one day I'll reclaim my lands and title? That could work. That could work. A powerful person killed someone I love and I'll have my revenge. Swindle the person. Okay, so I like the noble family. We come from, maybe he wants to reclaim his, or at least be recognized by his elven ancestors on his mother's side. So we'll pick that bond. And then for a flaw, can't resist a pretty face. Always in debt. I don't know about that. I'm convinced that no one could ever fool me the way I fool others. Yeah, I kind of like the guy being a little arrogant. Too greedy for my own good, can't resist taking a risk. Well, there's the name Risk right there. If there's money involved. Can't resist swindling people more powerful, and I hate to admit it, but I'll run. I don't like 6. I kind of like the more powerful one because he's going to have this anti-authority streak because of the way the elves treat him. But I like the word risk in here too. I think I'm gonna have him go for the more powerful though. I could see him getting into more scrapes and trouble with that, where he sees someone who's of a higher station and thinks, "Oh, I'm gonna knock him down a peg." So I think I'm gonna take that as my flaw. So, Charlatan. That's gonna be the background for this character named Risk.